Hey guys, my name is Steve. I'm from Blackstar Amplification and I'm here at MusicStreet today to talk to you about the brand new IDX combos from Blackstar. There are two combos available, one in 50 watt and one in 100 watt. I've got the IDX 100 here with me. The feature set is exactly the same. There's a couple of slight differences which I'll talk about later. But what we have here is a brand new digital combo that is full of amazing features. So for any of you that are familiar with the ID range from Blackstar, ID series, ID core, etc., some of the controls on here will be quite familiar to you. There's 6 voices, 2 clean, 2 crunch and 2 overdrives. We have a gain stage, a volume stage, a 3-band EQ, bass, middle, treble, and of course Blackstar's proprietary patented ISF, the infinite shape feature, which lets you dial in sounds and tone stacks from American or British style amplifiers to find the sound in your head. You can also use this amplifier in a manual mode, so everything is as you see it on the tin, like a typical amplifier of a tube or valve scenario. But you do have banks and patches. There are 3 banks, color-coded, green, amber and red, and all 3 of those banks consist of 3 patches between them. So you can actually store 9 patches to the amplifier itself, nice and easy to use. You can use a 2-way 2-button Blackstar foot switch, the FS18, which will allow you to scroll up and down through all 9 of those patches. However, if you do use the optional FS12, you have the opportunity to store up to 99 patches, which is a lot of versatility for any live player. What we also have on this amplifier is a very small comprehensive effects section comprising of the usual stuff you would expect from Blackstar. There is a great section for modulation, delays and reverbs, but we've also added a pre-effects section which consists of a number of overdrives, fuzz pedals, compressors, envelope filters and distortions that you can put in the front of your amp like a stomp box. As well as all those overdrives and compressors that we just mentioned, there are a number of modulation effects, a number of delays and a number of reverbs. Each effect has up to 4 parameters of controllability. One of the key things with this amplifier is it's the first amplifier Blackstar have done with a LED screen on board. You can actually navigate to every parameter. You can edit any of them on the amp. You don't need any external lead or cable or laptop to do it. You can of course use a laptop, a Mac or a PC to deep dive with the Architect software, which is our cab rig IR based speaker simulator. So you can choose from 23 cabs, 6 mics, 12 mic placements, and also some room ambience as well. And there is an online sharing community where you can upload your patches and download other people's as well from artists and users alike. So the versatility is massive. Cab rig will allow you to store 3 presets of cab rig, so mic choice, mic placement, room reflection, EQ, to the amplifier in 3 cab rig slots, which can be accessible on the rear panel. And the output for those is XLR balanced, jack unbalanced, USB-C as well. So you've got a lot of options which can double as headphones as well on the jack output, and that will take your signal direct, which is amazing. Now I mentioned earlier we have the 50 watt model and the 100 watt model. They're very similar in size actually. They both use a 1x12 speaker configuration. The only thing missing from the 50 is there is no MIDI. This has MIDI in and through, and there's no XLR output on the 50. On here it's the fully fledged unit. There's also an effects loop, send and return, and of course with cab rig we have our trim pot as well, which can change the overall output level. Alright, so also on the master section of this amplifier there is a lot of controllability as well. You have power reduction from 1 watt to 10 watt to 100. On the 50 it's 110 to 50, so you've got power reduction for different scenarios, at home, in the studio, on stage. These amplifiers pack a punch. They have our TVP True Valve Power Patented feature, which features EL34, EL84 and 6L6 power amp valves to give you that real bump and that feel under your fingers and right here when you're playing live. There is also a built-in chromatic tuner which can be accessible on the amplifier via the LED screen or via the FS12. We have a tap tempo as well for time-based effects, but if you hold the tap tempo down, it becomes a shift control, and there are extra controls for resonance, presence, and noise gate. So let's take this opportunity to listen to some of the loaded presets in here to give you a taster of what you can get from the IDX range. So let's take a look at some tones. These are some of the presets that are built into the IDX to give you a taster. This first one is called Glassy Clean, and it utilizes a 6L6 power amp. It's a clean, warm voicing, and predominantly the ISF is set American. This next patch is called Indie Crunch, a very solid, basic sound. This next patch is called Fuzz Stack. It's a crunch voicing EL34 power amp tube, and it's got a fuzz pedal on the front end in that pre-effects section. This next patch is called Ambient Echoes. Really nice, open ambient sound, great fun to play around with. Let's check it out. This next sound is called Tight Rock. There's no effects as such, with some pre-effects on there, so it's a nice compressor, I believe, with a nice high gain tone. Final patch on Bank 3 is a modern metal sound. It's got a really high gain 6L6 power amp stage, and also we have a noise gate on there which is really tight. So if I turn the volume up of this guitar, there's no sound, but when I dig in, really great for that high gain sound. This is obviously not a high gain guitar as such, but you get the idea, right? Well, thanks for watching this demonstration video here at MusicStreet. This is the IDX in stock now. We have the 50-watt combo and the 100-watt combo. The prices are amazing for the amount of features built in. The only other things to talk about are we have the live streaming feature, which also comes with ID Core. So all you need is a TRRS cable. You take the cable out of the streaming input and output on the rear of this amplifier, straight into your smartphone or smart tablet device, press record, and you can pre-record content. You can also go live on Instagram or TikTok or any of the social channels, which is an amazing feature for younger players just getting into the world of creating content. What we've also been using for this recording, if you'll notice, there's no microphone in front of this amplifier. We've been using cab rig straight to a Blackstar Polar 2 interface, which again is an amazing interface with some great tonality. So what you've been hearing is a patch from cab rig. So thank you so much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed this video. The IDX is killer. Check it out now.